Hey guys, it's Natalia and today I'm going to be sharing with you my summer favorites. So I've always wanted to do like a seasonal favorites video, but I just never kept track until summer. I actually tracked everything I was loving this season. So yeah, I thought I'd share it with you because we've got some book favorites, we've got some movie favorites, we've got some TV show favorites, we've got music favorites, we've got random favorites, we've got makeup favorites, we've got a good variety of things, which I love personally because I love like seeing different things people have been loving in certain seasons. So hopefully I make one for autumn as well. But yeah, let's just get on into my summer favorites. So I thought, as I mostly talk about books on my channel, I thought I would start off with books. So I've got three because I wanted to include a romance, a manga because I started reading manga in summer, and a fantasy because I read mostly fantasy. So the first one being The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. So I have wanted to read a Mariana Zapata book for the longest time ever, and in the summertime I ended up reading two. So I also read Courty, but I for sure loved The Wall of Winnipeg and Me the most because wow, that was such a fab slow-paced romance between two people that have known each other for years. So we basically follow Vanessa, who works for Winnipeg. I can't remember his name, I think it was Aiden, and he never acknowledges her hard work because she's kind of like a personal assistant for him. She does everything for him basically. And yeah, one day she sees that she saved enough money to pursue her dreams because she never wanted to be like a personal assistant, so she quits, and Winnipeg, or Aiden, comes back knocking on her door and saying, please come back, I need you because I can't do everything that you did for me. And something else happens that I won't talk about because I didn't know that was one of the plot lines of the story, but it was such a fab romance. I didn't read a lot of romance this season, but that one is definitely one of my all-time favorite books I read this year, so I had to talk about it quickly. And then the manga that I really loved, or really enjoyed should I say, is Orange by Ichigo Takano. This is the first complete collection. I personally really enjoyed the first one the most. I believe there's a third one as well that follows the future, but I haven't read it yet. And yeah, in this one we follow a girl called Naho who begins 11th grade with receiving a letter from her future self telling her to look out for the new boy because something's gonna happen in his future and her friends should prevent it. So that's all I knew. I knew it would deal with suicide and suicidal thoughts and depression, and it was so good. I really am happy that I started off reading manga with this one because it's such a fab story. Personally, my favorite character is the side character who's on here because he was just my favorite, but he's adorable. And yeah, I really loved this manga and highly recommend it. So even though this summer I really focused on fantasy, I don't feel like I've read a lot of fantasy that became my all-time favorites. I think I only rated like 1 or 2 fantasy novels 5 stars, which is surprising for me because I don't know, I usually give 5 stars out like here and there, but I was kind of working on my rating system this summer, and I feel like this is one of the fantasy books I really enjoyed. So it is Dance of Thieves by Mary A. Pearson. So this is the first book in the Dance of Thieves duology, which takes place in the Remnant Chronicles world by the same author. So I do highly recommend reading the Remnant Chronicles first because the main characters in that trilogy are side characters in this one. So in this one we do follow Kazi and Jace. Kazi is one of the Rattan of the Queen of Venda, and then Jace is like a family member of a clan. They're called Ballingers and they're like in their own world basically, and she gets tasked by the queen to go visit Jace and like find out what's happening because the queen believes that they are hiding a fugitive of the war that took place a couple years before. So the war that took place in the Remnant Chronicles, and I loved this story so much. I actually listened to the audiobook in I think like 2 days. It was so good. I highly recommend the audiobook. But yeah, we follow both perspectives of Kazi and Jace, and I loved them, and I really am happy I read it because it was so good. I highly recommend this. So yeah, this one was my favorite fantasy I read in the summertime. Now on to movie favorites. So I only actually have one, and it's a surprising one because usually I watch a lot of romance movies. That's my favorite genre of movies to watch, but this one is called On the Basis of Sex. So I actually went with my best friend Carolina to the cinema. Follow a lawyer, I can't remember her name, but she's one that was like one of the first female lawyers, like judges or something. I don't know, but it follows her like going to university to study law, and it just tackled feminism so well because I believe it takes place in the 70s and 80s. I really want to rewatch it because I've already forgot a lot, but I loved this movie so much. As a law student, it really inspired me. I'm so glad I went to see it at the cinema. Felicity Jones, who plays the lawyer, amazing. Her husband, amazing. Oh my god, it's such a great movie. I highly recommend it. The romance as well made my heart melt. I'm a sucker for romance, and in that movie, even though the romance wasn't the focal point, it was still such a great movie, and I just loved like seeing her work on law stuff and like her daughter. Oh my god, it's such a great movie. I highly recommend it. I didn't do a good job like summarizing what it's about, but trust me on this, watch it. It's such a good movie. Now on to TV shows. I actually watched quite a few TV shows. I have 3 TV shows, which I couldn't narrow it down to less, but all of these are on Netflix, but the first one being The Big Bang Theory. So I've wanted to watch The Big Bang Theory for the longest time ever, and I finally watched it. So I think I started in April, so in like the springtime, but I basically watched most of the 12 seasons in the summertime, and I loved it. I love Sheldon, and I love just the whole gang. Raj is actually my favorite character. But yeah, in this one we just follow these nerds, and Penny moves in across from them, like from Sheldon and Leonard, and yeah, she just kind of like takes them out their shells, makes them date people, like she encourages them to just live their lives and just not be nerds but step out of the box, if you know what I mean. It's hard to summarize, but it's such a funny show. I really related a lot, and yeah, Sheldon was so funny. I definitely am going to like rewatch the show. Just such a great show, and I'm glad I finally watched it. Then the next show is actually The Keepers. So I believe this is a Netflix original that follows a death of a nun and like the investigation that is going on. I can't remember when it took place. I believe it was like in the 70s or 80s or 90s. It was quite a while back, and the nun is called Kathy. She worked at this school and she just goes missing, and it's a murder investigation that these women that Kathy used to teach are still going through, and it was just so interesting to watch. It is very dark. It deals with sexual abuse in the church, I believe, and it was just super interesting to watch. My mom actually started watching it when I was in Poland, and then when I came back home from Poland I watched it, and it was just definitely don't binge watch it in one go, because I watched most episodes like all in one go, and it is very harrowing and very sad and emotional, so you have to be in the right state of mind to watch it, but it's such a good one. I highly recommend it. I love TV shows or like mini series like this because I like learning both sides about different things. So yeah, this one deals with more like the secretive side of the church and like Christianity, but I still highly recommend it. The Keepers is such a good show, and how it's filmed. Netflix originals are so good in my opinion, especially like documentaries. And then the last one I actually recently watched. I actually finished it yesterday on the day that I'm filming this, but it is a K-drama. So I finally decided to watch some K-drama because I didn't realize they only last usually for like 1 to 2 seasons. So this one has 16 episodes, which is 16 hours of my life that I wasted, but I don't regret it because I watched it all in like pretty much 2 days. It is such a good K-drama. So it is Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok-joo, and this is like perfect for fans of romance, sports, great friendships, great family, great drama. I tend to not really enjoy like watching drama shows. I've noticed I usually just watch like comedies, thrillers, or like documentary type TV shows, but this one is so good. Kim Bok-joo goes through such immense character development. Like when I was thinking about it after I watched it, like finished watching it, the beginning and then the end, like wow, the romance is great. The love interest, oh my god, I love him so much. I fell for him, oh my god. And what I love about K-dramas is usually when I watch TV shows I'm doing something else because, you know, they're speaking in English so I can listen, but with K-drama they speak in Korean, so I had to like give my full attention to it, and I really loved that. Such a great one. I'm definitely going to be watching more K-dramas. It was just so good. I'm not going to say too much. I didn't know a lot going into it. All I knew, it was a romance between a weightlifter who is a girl. Like, that is so cool. Oh, the friendships as well between the three girls. Yes. And then a swimmer. Oh my god. And his friend, the love interest, a swimmer's friend. Yes. I loved him so much. He was so funny. It's such a great K-drama. Highly recommend it. And I also thought I would include a YouTube favorite. So this one is another one I started watching recently. Like, I watched some of her videos before, but I wasn't like subscribed, but I subscribed immediately like in August time because it is Emma Green. So you probably guys know Emma. She has like 25,000 subscribers or something. She is amazing. She is everything I love in a YouTuber. She has the aesthetics, she has the soothing voice, she has the great personality, she talks about things that she's passionate about, and I just love her. I've been binge watching all her videos. She just gives such great like K-drama recommendations and like music recommendations and book recommendations. She is just like an all-time favorite YouTuber of mine. I'm never gonna stop watching her videos, and I still have so many to watch, so I'm super excited. But yeah, she's been one of my all-time favorites of the summertime, so I'm glad I found her channel. Now on to music favorites, because I have a few. So they are actually all by BTS. So yes, even though I already loved BTS for a while now, I feel like it's been since last year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I went on my Insta stories and I checked. But in August, I just decided to listen to all their music because the songs I was already listening to made me so happy. So I even bought an album, which is just crazy because I don't buy albums, but K-pop albums and like K-music albums are just amazing. This album is actually my favorite. So this is Love Yourself Answer. I have so many favorites on here, but I thought I would leave a link to my BTS playlist that I add all my BTS favorite songs that I'm probably going to listen to on repeat, because since listening to this album I have just been listening to BTS because their music just speaks to my soul. I love music a lot, and just their songs hype me up for life, which I love because sometimes, you know, you have bad days, and BTS, no matter what I'm listening to of theirs, it could be a sad song, it could be like a song that makes me want to dance, I am like instantly uplifted, which I love so much, and they taught me so much to love myself. So yeah, I've already ordered a second album as well, which hopefully will come soon. But yeah, I bought this on eBay actually, and I highly recommend it because it came like packaged and everything. This album, when I have my own car, I'm going to be listening to it on repeat for sure. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly share with you some like songs that really stand out to me at the current moment in the summertime. So my new favorites, because I already listened to some of the other BTS songs, are Serendipity, which is a song that Jimin sings. I could listen to that song on repeat. I listen to it in the morning, I listen to it when I'm getting ready, I listen to it when I'm going to bed. It's just such a pure, amazing song. Then we have Dimple, which is one of those songs that just hypes me up for life. It makes me want to dance. I just love it, and this is sang by V, Soo Taeyoung, Jungkook, Wook, Jin, and Jimin. Love it so much. Dimple is just adorable, makes me smile. Then we have a song that became like a surprise favorite because I didn't think I would love it as much, but I love Yoongi, Sugar, and it is a Trivia Seesaw. That song makes me so happy as well. It's just so adorable, and I watched the live performance. I also watched the live performance for Dimple, and they are just adorable. Literally, BTS makes me just so happy. Even thinking about them and talking about them just makes my soul like so happy. Then we have an emotional song, but it made me realize that I really love Korean rap, and it is Tear. So this one is rapped or sung by Sugar, Namjoon, so RM, who I love as well with my heart, and J-Hope Hoseok. I think that's how you pronounce his actual name, but oh my god, my favorite bit, I can't even decide because I love them all, like Namjoon, and then like Yoongi, and then the last bit, Hoseok's raps. Oh my god, literally this song, I love it so much. It makes me like jump up, like you know how rappers jump up, and I found like a live performance of theirs and it's so good. Wow, that song, even like talking about it gives me chills. And then we have Magic Shop, which is adorable. I love the live performance that I found again because it just makes me smile. Hoseok like singing to the camera. They all sing to the camera, but him and his smile melts my heart. Then we have Anpan Man, another song that makes me just jump up and dance. Love it. And the last one is Paradise. I really love Paradise. It made me think about life a lot, and I listened to Yoongi talking about it and just what he said about it. Yes, I just love BTS, but definitely check out the playlist that I have down below so you can actually see some other songs that I love of theirs. I could listen to BTS non-stop. I just love them. Now on to makeup favorites. I actually have 3 makeup favorites from the same brand. I've never used Urban Decay before, but I finally decided to invest because I do feel like it's an investment. They are pricier than like your drugstore Boots Superdrug makeup, but I feel like they're worth it. So the first thing I actually wanted to buy from them is the eyeliner. It's called Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Eyeliner. So my eyeliner in the summertime just ran out and I wanted a good one, so I got this one, and I have never been more impressed with an eyeliner. If you like doing a winged eyeliner, highly recommend this one. It has just such a fine point, like I'm just, look at that. It's just like amazing. I really love this eyeliner. It's gonna become like a staple of mine in the autumn time as well, but wow. I also got a little sampler of the eyeshadow primer potion, the original one, and I've always heard people talking about it, but I didn't realize how good it was until I used it. Mine's nearly done, the little one, so I'm gonna order myself like a full size, but this is so good. You just put it on as a primer potion on your eyelids and it makes your makeup stay all day long. In the summertime, this is amazing to test out because makeup melts off your face when it's really warm, and I usually never wore winged eyeliner going out because my makeup just melts really easily because I get sweaty really easily. Even when it's cold, I get sweaty and my makeup just moves, but this made it stay, so I highly recommend it. I love this. And then the last thing I got was the all-nighter makeup setting spray. So I've always heard people talking about setting sprays, but I've never used them before this one. Highly recommend this one. I don't actually know what makes my makeup stay on so long, like my eye makeup. Is it like the winged eyeliner that's so good, or is it the primer? But I feel like it might be this because I just spray this at the end after I did my makeup and I just feel like it makes it all stick. Really love this. So yeah, I've been loving Urban Decay. So now we are on to the random category. So I have some random favorites that I didn't know where to include, so I'm just going to quickly go through them. So the first one being this. This is an original hydrating mist toner from Sukin. So it's an Australian natural brand. They don't test on animals. It's natural, vegan, non-GMO, Australian made and cruelty free. I love toners, like mist sprays in the summertime because again, I get super warm and super sweaty and my face just gets really hot, and this just cools it down really well. I sometimes use the Lush ones, but this is the one that I've been loving this summer and I highly recommend it. Then I'm going to quickly talk about about going to YALC Festival, which is the Young Adult Literature Festival that takes place over 3 days in London in like June, July time. And I went on the 3rd day and I had so much fun. I talked about it in one of my vlogs, so I'll leave a link to that down below, but I'm so glad I went. It was so much fun, like meeting Adrienne Young and meeting my friend Melissa, and it was just so much fun. So I highly recommend like going to a festival like that if you can. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly mention that. Then in the month of August, the Newt's Magical Readathon took place and I really loved participating. I participated in the Owls in the springtime and loved it, and then just participating in this one was so magical and fun and just made me so happy. Then I'll quickly talk about a shop I discovered recently. So Marks and Spencer's. Of course I knew of it because it's a quite popular but I feel like underrated shop to buy clothing from. Marks and Spencer's is actually one of the most ethical ones I found in my town. Like when I go into town to shop, it's the most ethical. So yeah, I've bought jeans from there. I've bought my favorite handbag from there. It's just such a great shop that I'm gonna be shopping more from, so I thought I'd quickly mention it because I feel like it's underappreciated. Then I don't have them. I wish I could show them, but I went to a vegan festival and I, for the first time ever, tried these Dandy's marshmallows, and they are the best vegan marshmallows I've ever tried. Like putting them in hot chocolate is pure heaven. They are quite big and I'm definitely going to be ordering some online because I found a shop that supplies them online. But oh my god, if you want vegan marshmallows, try those. They're natural and quite healthy actually, and so tasty. I could eat them all day, every day. And then the last thing is actually an app on my phone, and it is called Women's Workouts. Literally, if you type it in, it's the first pink icon that pops up, and that is the app I've been using to work out every day in the month of August. I really wanted to get into a workout routine, like have one set in place before I go back to university, because working out just makes me feel great, and that is one of the best workout apps I have ever used. It makes you stick to a workout because they're so much fun and it's literally free. I don't think I actually logged in or anything. I'm pretty sure I haven't, but you know some workout apps, like they give you a taster and then they're like, if you want more workouts or you want to use it in the long run, you have to like pay. This one is completely free and it has amazing workouts. I have used it for the whole month and I've never grown bored of it. Such a good app. But yeah guys, that is it for my summer favorites. I can see it's quite a long video. I didn't expect it to be this long, but when I talk about favorite things, I tend to go off on a tangent. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below some of your summer favorites, as I would love to know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.